Okay, folks, we have on your left side, your green team, we have Arctigor and Bob, 49. And on your red team, your right side, we have Veyrah and Solar Flare. Let's get this underway.
Wizard Vampire switched channel. Wizard Vampire switched channel.
It looks like Veyrah's gonna hit the spawn point just a little bit sooner than Arctigor.
Wizard Vampire disconnected.
Both probably the best on their team right now. Veyrah getting a little bit frozen, but not very much. Arctigor getting pushed back so they can cap, so that Team Red can cap this spawn point. Oh, Arctigor beautifully warding those, and Bob takes down Veyrah from behind. Didn't even see that happening. Solar Flare trying to just do as much damage as he possibly can right now. Beautiful ward to keep him from getting finished off with the freeze. So for teleporting backwards, not at the full length of the teleport, but pretty far. Then you stay on the spawn point here, otherwise Veyrah's gonna come from the side and wreck. Oh, Bob getting hit by those ice shard rocks. Freezing Veyrah a bit there. And Solar Flare is still just being in a little bit of annoyance here. The annoyance nobody wants to deal with is Solar Flare right now. And Bob is getting pretty frozen here. Needs to ward. Oh, the steam AoE takes him down. Arctigor, this isn't looking good for Arctigor. Bob really needs to respawn on this point, but he can't because he's been capped by red team. Solar Flare just gonna get healed if he gets low, so Arctigor just needs to back off here. Stop making fun of how I say Veyrah. And their green team is pushing back up as hard as they can. Arctigor takes a rock to the face, getting pushed back by both enemies here. A nice little freeze coming out, walling off everything they try to do. Getting pushed back into some barrels, but the barrels will not explode. Needs to ward those mines, but didn't quite get the ward off. Oh, trying to quake Veyrah, but not quite doing it. Bob pretty frozen and goes down to Solar Flare. We demand a goat. Okay. Wait, there you go. Have a goat. And Bob going in with the freeze. Solar Flare, AoE lightninging Bob. Lightninging. Bob, pretty cold here, needs to kind of just cleanse himself. There's the cleanse. Oh, the huge, gigantic beam of arcane death. Or death. Not doing much this time. Oh, Arctigor teleports in, trying to get Veyrah, but does take a bit of damage from that huge beam. And Veyrah just gets healed. Oh, the beautiful revive coming out from Bob. Both of his team, both green team and red team are both all on the spawn point. Green team needs to start pushing red team off the spawn point. They are in fact losing the lead they had. Bob almost killing Solar Flare. Solar Flare getting healed and revived. Arctigor being pushed off. Bob seems to be doing a lot of the work here. Solar Flare getting pushed off the spawn point, so green team can start capping this point in just a small amount. It's a little... They need to neutralize this. They don't exactly need to cap it, but they need to neutralize it, and they're not going to be able to... They're not going to be able to neutralize it now because both of their teammates are down. Both respawning about the same time. Oh, that little hat imp. Solar Flare missing the fire rock, hitting those AoE lightning And Solar Flare is getting healed right now by Veyrah. They need to cut off this healing because it's pretty powerful. And there goes Arctigor again. Down into this 6 feet under. Solar Flare standing in his Frost Storm. Nice little mailbox. There's mail in it, apparently. Beautiful DSF rocket coming out. All lightning arcing over everybody. Ray getting frozen from just this stupid amount of lightning there was. Oh. Oh, he did not ward when he came out, so he did in fact die. And Arctigor getting frozen, double tick lightning on top of him, and a steam AoE and the normal steam to finish him off. Goat. How did you get up there, Mr. Goat? Did you lemon ball to get up there, Mr. Goat? I thought there was invisible walls up there, Mr. Goat. How did you do that? Oh, the blackness is over there. Back to the fight. Bob getting pushed back and frozen. Arctigor teleporting in again. It has not worked out for him most of the times. I don't know why he's trying to go in for it again. He is getting frozen, lightninged, and the revive comes out before he's even dead to heal him up. Solar Flare looking pretty frozen, pretty low. Oh, the Miskin flag is going to hurt the team a bit, and they have in fact neutralized the point. If they can keep this point neutralized, they will stop losing spawn tokens. They need to cap the point, though, not just neutralize it here. Arctigor looking pretty low here. Oh, whatever. Sheep, goat, same thing. They both give wool. Bob needs to get out of here before he gets killed by one of the imps. Nope, Solar Flare takes him down with QRQ. Who cut that tree? Jeez. Shouldn't it be, like, laying down across the road, like, blocking it? Back to the fight. Green team has only 2 spawn tokens left. 1 now. They need to capture the spawn point and hold it for a very, very long time. And the imp running in on fire gonna die, because he's an imp. And all imps die eventually. Poor imps. Bob looking pretty low, but the healing cuts are coming out from Veyrah. Solar Flare getting knocked down because he overcharged Rock. Veyrah teleporting behind. This is their chance. They need to run forward here and cap the point. Not run back. Solar Flare looking super low, or super cold. Veyrah looking cold. Oh, the zombies come out. Can they deal with the zombies? The double walls. Arctigor getting a ton of zombies. And Bob takes out Veyrah. Arctigor looking super low, needs heals. Oh, the last zombie goes down to his ability, his dying stuff. You don't need to see the match. Who wants to see a match? Oh, Solar Flare getting quaked, frozen. Oh, you shouldn't have used a fire beam there. You unfroze him. They really need to... I don't know why they're not going and capping the spawn point right here. They could just walk past him and go cap the spawn point. They really wanted him. And thus they got him. Arctigor using steam on Veyrah. Both teams just kind of taking a step back and healing up. This is where the pressure comes on when you're out of spawn tokens and you just start making a bit of a comeback. Yes. That's perfect. They need to keep him pushed off, though, but they can't quite. They're gonna kill Veyrah here. If they can do it. Veyrah is, in fact, pushed off the spawn point. Arc is still on the spawn point. If he can... His teammate needs to get on the spawn point here so they can capture it. No, they just started losing the spawn point again. Looks like they're gonna fall back a bit. Veyrah teleporting in. Bob has done a pretty good job dealing with Veyrah up to this point. Can he do it again? Doesn't look like it. Veyrah had the element of surprise. Veyrah looking very, very frozen. The healing coming out from Solar Flare on Veyrah. Veyrah using some fire rocks. And some everything. Solar Flare looking quite low. Arctigor walking through Frost Lightning. Oh, getting beamed from the back. And they take Veyrah down with a final fire. Arctigor getting frosted mini wheats.
Ace Wiz joined the server.
Oh, now Ace is here. Okay. And it looks like they're probably going to cap the point here. And they did, in fact, cap the point. They have brought the enemy team down from 40 spawn tokens to 11. Either they started playing very, very well, or the enemy team started playing not so well. The comeback would be insane if they could do this, if they could pull this off. The comeback is already pretty insane. Bob should not have gone in there. It's a 2v1. He's cut off from all healing sources. This isn't looking good for Bob here. He needs to... Oh, the revive coming out onto Bob. Just himself. And Solar Flare getting quaked. And the SFS trying to kill him. And Veyrah looking really low. And Solar Flare goes down to a beam. And Veyrah goes down. That's GG! The comeback! The comeback is insane. The comeback. Oh my. Okay guys, I'm going to give them 2 minutes, and then we will be back. Okay, folks, we are back. That was the final reticle. Oh, forgot to change. And here we go. Yes, guys, the songs are, in fact, actually from the Monster Cat livestream. So, yeah. On your right side, or your left side, your green team, Solar Flare and Veyrah. And on your right side, your red team, we have Arctigor and Bob. Looks like, since Arctigor stopped for a quick ward, he is going to be a little bit late to this fight. Neither of them gonna get pushed back, though. I'm gonna stop holding shift. That's a good idea. Oh, and Veyrah getting hit by the mines. Both teammates are there for backup. Arctigor needs some heals here from his teammate. But it's not gonna look like the heals are gonna come out. They are just getting separated so much. Green team has in fact captured the spawn point, and the explosive barrels go off on Arctigor, killing him. Bob getting beamed in the back. Veyrah almost dead from his teammate's lightning. And he goes down because the accidental word shift. I don't know. Bob was doing pretty good last game. Like, Bob 1v1'd Veyrah multiple times. Arctigor going in, trying to do as much damage as he can to Solar Flare. A beautiful bubble shield coming out so that there would be no more healing. Another one. And Bob needs a bit of heals. All of the heal blocks. But he doesn't quite realize that his teammate is actually the one that's lower. Arctigor trying to focus down Veyrah, but can't quite do it. Veyrah getting healed. So now it's half health. It's a health fight. Basically here. They're pretty evenly matched. It's pretty much a health fight. Who can heal? Green team does really want this spawn point. And Bob goes down to Veyrah. Arctigor getting shot with everything they have, and the rocks come out. Getting knocked back a bit, and he goes down to Solar Flare. Bob's going in all by himself. Do they know what direction they're coming from? The real question. Now they do. Bob coming on in, getting frozen right off the bat. Arctigor teleporting in. Needs to push off his enemy. Push his enemy off. Oh, the freezes! He is very deep frozen. Solar Flare very low. Veyrah not looking quite so low, but pretty low. Bob looking low too. Solar Flare probably needs to back off and actually heal himself. Arctigor just needs to turn around and do some damage. Arctigor just focusing on those AoE basic attacks. AoE attacks. Neither team really getting pushed off the spawn point. Bob warding maybe just in time. I couldn't quite tell there. And Veyrah killing Bob. Arctigor cold, very cold. Needs to cleanse himself of that. And the water pushing him away a bit, which was good. The cold is not going to quite hit him here. Oh, the wrong thing. He needs to back up. Oh, the healing beam, not quite. Yes, the healing beam lands. Now, it's another try to push. Red team under half spawn tokens, and green team over, just under 75%. 1/4, 1/3, 1/4, 3/4. Oh my god, cannot do math today. Arctigor trying to block off the heals, but not quite doing it. Arctigor looking quite low, needs to push back his enemy. Bob looking very low too. Both the red team are looking low, and with Solar Flare turning his sights onto Arctigor, he's gonna take him down, and then they both can focus down Bob. Solar Flare 4 and 0, Veyrah 0 and 2, Bob 0 and 4, and Arctigor 0 and 3. Where's that sheep? Hi, sheep. Shouldn't you be down there? Down there, eating the turnips, or whatever the heck they are. Arctigor taking a bit of damage from that beam. The difference between good players and not so good players is they know when they can use beams. Oh, the steam storm coming out and killing Bob. Solar Flare warding off the lightning storm though. Arctigor retreating a little bit here. Oh, shush about the pronunciation. You've said it enough times. We got it. And the heal's coming out from Bob. Arctigor pushing in way too far, probably, to be alone. The bubble shield goes down. Now they are looking to push in. Bob taking a good amount of damage already, but the heal's coming out from Arctigor. Arctigor trying to do as much damage as he possibly can, trying to freeze Veyrah. It works, but he does more damage to himself. Bob going down in the bottom to Veyrah after he turns his sights. That's what they're really good at doing, green team, is they're really good at turning their sights onto the enemy right when they're low and finishing them off. Red team is not quite as good at that as they should be. Probably should have saved that revive until they were out of spawn tokens, but it's fun. You play you, internet. You play you. You do you. You be you. Oh, Bob gonna get hit by a rock here. Wait, what was he doing? What was Solar Flare doing there? It looked like he was charging a rock, but then nothing happened. Ah, a beautiful push off. Arctigor needs to get on the spawn point. Bob needs to get on the spawn point. They need the tidal wave here and push both the enemies off the spawn point and cap it. Or they need a lucky break where one dies and they can actually take out the other one and cap the spawn point like they did last game and then win. This game, folks, actually is pretty much looking like it's gonna go into a third game. The first third game of the series, of the tournament. Which would mean it was also the most even match so far. Bob getting quaked down by Veyrah. Arctigor getting pushed off. Solar Flare turning around. Arctigor getting hit by a storm. Oh, Bob is still alive. They shift their focus on Arctigor. Arctigor teleporting backwards. Healing Bob. Needs to heal himself, though. They could pick off Veyrah here. But Arctigor looking really low, and Arctigor goes down. That might be the end. Bob used his revive about 3 spawn tokens ago. And there goes the conflagration, and that is GG. Okay, guys. I'm gonna give them 1 minute, and then we'll be back. Okay, folks, we are back. I did just, in fact, refresh the stream instead of... Okay. I did not switch teams up, did I? No, I don't think I did. I'm so confused. Who was on what team last game? Okay. Okay, waiting for the ready calls. Ray is yes, Solar Flare is yes, Bob is ready, and Arctigor is ready. Let's play. On your left side, your green team, we have Arctigor and Bob, and on your right side, your red team, we have Veyrah and Solar Flare. The first third match of the series, of the tournament, I mean. 1-1 going to both sides. Let's see what happens. Arctigor getting pushed away, pushed out. And who's going to make it first? Even with that push, I don't know who's going to make it. And it looks like Arctigor makes it just a bit before. Needs to push his enemy off. Need to stop holding shift again. Uh-oh. Arctigor looking quite low. Solar Flare is already back. And he goes down to Solar Flare's rock. Bob, like, oh no, my teammate, why? And red team has in fact captured the spawn point already. There goes an imp, taking a rock to the back for Bob. Poor imp. Team kill imp. Arctigor. I don't, stop it. It's not my fault you people have weird names. Arctigor getting caught in between two enemies. Needs to back up, and Veyrah takes him down with the lightning. Bob probably should be in the front lines here. Seems like Bob can fight Veyrah a little bit better. You people. And Bob goes down before the whole entire wall can even get up. You people are horrible. Oh, shaking my screen. Exploding all the barrels. Because the barrels can be a huge turning factor in any fight. And just one cap can be a huge turning factor in the whole match. And they know it. And they do not want to take a chance of it. There is a T. It's right after the C. Solar Flare getting some damage, beautifully warding that, stuck in between two enemies and trying to teleport out, but not get it. Bob pushing them back onto their spawn point. Again, it's red team, well, not red team, but it's Veyrah's team that is dominating this map, this match. As they've done every single match. But they just had a pretty good comeback in the end on the first match. Bob getting a nice hit, and they actually did take my advice. It's like they're listening. Bob sending Bob into the front line. And Arctigor doing good healing. He's not really built for healing, he's more built for warding. Actually, I see exactly why. He has plus shield, after all. I think. Unless he, yeah, that looks like plus shield. He's not really, doesn't have great healing, but probably have looked at his infinities before the match started. Bob almost getting taken down. Arctigor almost getting taken down. And they do, in fact, instead of going on to their enemies, change and to heal each other. Bob doesn't look like he's realizing that Arctigor is down. Bob barely surviving both those beams, and then he goes down. The healing coming out a little late. Arctigor just getting pushed farther and farther back here. Bob is taking the right path to his teammate. Instead of trying to go for the back cap, trying to save his teammate's life. He needs to drop that bubble shield, though. And Solar Flare out on the side flanks. Bob going after Veyrah. Veyrah warding perfectly. Solar Flare did in fact spill a little bit of water on his keyboard before this match, and his wrist is also killing him apparently. So, yeah. Risks can be a risks can be a big thing in this game. The buffering, oh, poor you. And Bob gets taken down by Veyrah's lightning, and a revive comes out. At what point should they start saving revives? Because they're not going to get many imp kills here. They're not going to get pretty much any capture points. What point do they start, or kills, what part do they start saving up for the final part? Oh, why is that tree 2D? What the heck? Tree is completely 2D. It's like if you were on the other side, you wouldn't see it. This one's not. This one is. You just... Boop. Oh, match. I forgot. Oh, Arctigor, quite cold. And you people that are complaining about it, deal with it. Because if Argotha was in this tournament still, you would hear me pronouncing his name Argotha all the time. Veyrah, I'm going to do it for the whole time. I am just horrible with names, guys. See, what I need is I need Argotha in here, because he tells me how to pronounce people's names. Or Jix. Jix is pretty good at that, too. Jix, I need you! Trying to charge up the pistol shot, but not quite getting it off. Bob getting quaked. Needs to ward the wall, but not quite warding it. And they have 8 respawns left. 8 tokens left. I don't know what's happening. Arctigor wasting so many teleports and still goes down. Green team is at 0 spawn points. The only way they can come back from this is if, in fact, they pull one of those amazing comebacks they did last game. Or the first game of this set. But right now, it's not really looking like it's going to happen. Because once they had a huge lead at the end of the first set, I know Solar Flare pretty much stopped playing his best. He actually did in fact say it in chat that it was his fault. But now Solar Flare knowing, okay, that was a good use of a revive. The heal and killing the zombies. That's pretty worth. The imps coming out, trying to help. You need to... Yeah, what he said. Bob getting healed up here. The fight has brought them to their spawn point. The lightning coming out. Veyrah cannot cap the spawn point. Actually, according to normal King of the Hill rules, he can. But I don't like those rules. After the enemy team gets down to 0 tokens, he can. And Bob taking a lot of damage from lightning and AoEs. And it looks like Arctigor is gonna have to run here. Let's check if he has a revive. There we go. He has not. He doesn't even have a tier 2. He wasted it all on those teleports earlier. Beautiful teleport away. And now he doesn't even have a tier 1. And getting pushed back into lightning. And that is going to be GG, folks. The first 3 game series set, whatever, in this, going to Veyrah's team. GG, guys.